all, Carrie with King Concoctions here, and today I am not making cold process soap. I haven't had the opportunity to make any in a while. But I wanted to post a video for you guys, so I thought I'd show you that you can make soap even if you don't have a full-blown studio. I'm in my kitchen at the moment, so this is the space you normally see me work in right now, and I will try to keep the camera from being too shaky here. Pardon me. So over here is the Awaken soap that I didn't make a video for, and in the corner there you could have seen my cat. And then over here is the Galaxy soap that I just made. They're just kind of curing right now here in my kitchen, but I will move them up to where I store my my soap for curing, and it's just in a closet upstairs. I'm not going to show you that though because it's a bit messy. But it's a closet that's only for soap and for like Christmas decorations, so there's no clothes involved. So I'm going to pull back a little bit and show you the rest of my space that I use. Real quick, this is my whole kitchen. These are my fur balls. You can hear the orange one meowing a lot in my videos. He's just very a vocal kitty. So I'm trying not to turn my camera sideways here. So up here, you can see I have a cabinet open. This is how I frequently record. So we have two lights. And then a host of stuff that I need actively when I'm soaping. So you can see cups there. You can see my shea butters actually way in the back there. One of my molds, my gloves. Way on top there's a binder with all my recipes. All sorts of stuff that I end up using. My impulse sealer so that I can seal up soap. All that kind of stays there is the stuff that I kind of need on hand when I'm making soap or I'm packaging soap. Something I will show you too is I've actually taken sticky notes for things that I actively need to know, you know, as I'm soaping pretty much every time. I've written them down on sticky notes just to give me an idea, like I don't have to keep looking in that binder for stuff. Way up on top here we have other soap stuff. So we have my cutter. We have a brand new thing that I just bought with my tax returns. That is a log splitter. I haven't had a chance to use it yet, but I'm excited. A couple other molds and some drying trays and such. I'll swing you over. There's not much on the rest of this side of my kitchen other than it's just where I actually use my kitchen. There's only just me here at King Concoctions, so I don't have a problem dividing my kitchen like this. Maybe if you got a 4-person family, it might not work for you. There's my lovely, what is that, my backyard, I guess it would be. I live in a townhouse, so I have lovely neighbors. And so what I wanted to show you primarily is where I store everything else. So here's a repurposed kitchen pantry. Up there is most of my silicone molds and my soaping molds. So the wooden box is the other thing I bought with my tax returns, which is a multiple loaf maker or mold. I think they're both from where wood shop keep something. I don't know. When I actually use them, you'll see that. So in here is my lot of money in this cabinet. So up on top is all my micas. Almost every single colorant that I've bought is up on that top shelf. So you see stuff from Nurture Soap as well as my eBay micas. There's a couple of interspersed there that came from other companies, but mostly that's where I source my colorants from. Here are all my fragrance oils, so I can show you a little bit closer of that. I did try to put it in a rainbow order, but right now I bought a bunch of these little ones, and that's just me trying out different colors that I wasn't sure I wanted to buy a whole big container for. So, and I started labeling them so I'd know what color I was using. So, but second shelf is all my fragrance oils, and this is just titanium dioxide. So I've got a lot of this I've already made soap with, and I just either have a little bit left in those bottles or some of them I haven't made soap yet, but a lot of it is from that Southern Sensations company because they are so close to me. I can go there and smell it. These little jars here, these little cups here are for like, if I think I need a little bit more soap to make like a in the pot swirl with my normal batch, but I need a bigger cup, then I was hoping these glass ones would be useful. And then here's more fragrance oils. So we have some Nurture Soap stuff in the back. And then I recently bought these Fragrance Buddies fragrance oils. Originally bought them to celebrate that the channel has been 1 year old, but I didn't get around to it. So I'll probably make them soon anyways. I'm really interested in this cherry champagne toast type. I know for sure the sugar cookie has vanilla in it. I can't remember if the champagne toast type does or not. I have to research that again. But I still really want to get brown oxide before I make anything that's heavy in vanillin. So we'll see. So the next 3 shells are kind of just a hodgepodge of stuff. Primarily this little section here is additions, so poppy seeds, salt, stuff that goes on top or into the soap. That's also another giant bag of titanium dioxide. The rest of this is just stuff I thought I might need. Cake combs, squeeze bottles, those sorts. My mica is kind of starting to flow into other parts of the container. Can't buy any more micas for a while. So then down here is just easy to have on hand stuff, bowls and stuff to put things in. Craft sticks, wooden craft sticks way back there, although you can't see it because I normally have a lot more, but I need to do dishes for soap. Are all my bowls I typically make stuff in. And then this is kind of the decommissioned shelf. I was doing stuff in glass there for a while, but I really don't like using it, so it will eventually kind of cycle those things out. Some of that's really good for melt and pour, but melt and pour is not my strong point, so I'm a little intimidated by it. But yeah, that's where like 90% of the stuff that I'm actually using soap for supplies is in this cabinet. In a perfect world, I'd have the space for 2 of these cabinets, and then I wouldn't need to use my kitchen cabinets quite so much. But one day, and then this mess here is primarily melt and pour stuff, and then old molds, and then right here on top in this pile of things is new bowls that I'm trying out, my rags that I always use, and then there's my blender. Just stuff I usually need on hand. There's all sorts of stuff in this container because there's also like baggies and just stuff for babies. Please don't. I'm trying to record a video. Sorry, my cats. So a whole bunch of just Maji Pod stuff that probably would go up on there if it would fit. So one last thing is where I show you where I store my oils. So that is another kitchen cabinet that I've kind of coerced here. So distilled water, here's a bunch of my oils. Back there some candle making supplies. Oils, and then those 2 containers right here are actually batches that are ready to be melted down and turned into soap. I do try to kind of master batch my oils, just because when the soaping mood strikes me, I want to be able to start soaping. I don't want to have to start measuring oils and lye and all that. Only thing you can't see here in the kitchen that I'm not going to show you is what I do with my lye. I store all of that in my laundry room, just to keep it out of the kitchen and out of the way or where the food is. So let me get a little bit closer. You can normally see some of this when I'm recording a video, but I will bring you a little bit closer. So here's where I keep craft sticks, pipettes, and other little handy-doos. And then this whole section right here is just stuff I need on hand as I'm soaping. Usually my spatulas are here, all sorts of stuff. Beveler, stick, all sorts of things. There's some recent colorants that I just used for the Galaxy soap. Back there's some sodium lactate. And then I'll bring you real close to show you a recording setup, just kind of give you an idea of how I'm working it. So I told you already, here's 2 lamps. I have a 3rd one over here. So if you ever wondered what this board is for, if you've seen it in the videos, pardon my cats, I have no idea why they're being a pain. This will bounce the light off this container, this board rather, and reflect it down a little bit. I do try to angle it, although not always. I don't normally leave it up when I'm not soaping, but sometimes I do because it helps provide the clear division between soap space and, kitchen space. Can't remember if I said that earlier. So this weird thing here is actually where my top-down camera's mounted, and that's just one of, it's just my phone. So I mount my phone up underneath here, and it points down and it records the video, and this is just another tiny light. Yeah, I think that's mostly it. That's mostly my soaping space. Scale, because scales are important. My mom bought me this scale years ago, and I'll be really bummed out when it finally keels over because I use it not only for soap but for everything else in my kitchen. I do also have a camera that's typically mounted here next to this to the 3rd light here, but it's kind of in the way when I'm not soaping. That one's kind of not in the way, only because I've got it to be so skinny. But Gotta love my cats, I guess is all I can say about that. Yeah, so this is my soaping space. It can soap, you know, so long as you've got some storage space and an ability to have a stick blender. Really, that's kind of, I feel, all you really need other than some oils. So don't ever be intimidated by all the other soapers out there who have these grand, awesome looking studios. I have so many plans, you guys, but I would take it slow because I'm not as successful as those guys are yet. But you know, so long as you have a little bit of space and are willing to wipe everything down really good after you're done making soap, you can make soap pretty much everywhere. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.